Oh my God, I just watched the UFC 305 Dricus Du Plessis versus Israel Adesanya pre-fight press conference, and it was absolutely atrocious. It was in Australia, and my God, F those freaking communists, man. They asked Kai France and Steve Fursak 10 times more questions than Izzy and Dricus because they're freaking communists and everything has to be fair to them. No one should be elevated above anyone else. The lower people must be above the better people because F those communists, man. I hope they all get covered in petrol and burnt to death. They were so freaking boring. And that bald guy who's supposed to be the Australian Dana White, like you think Dana White is just like a normal man, like presenting the conference. And then after seeing this Australian guy, you realize just how much personality and how valuable Dana White is. And and yeah, man, like all the reporters' questions were so freaking boring. They uh, they just asked inane nonsense that no one cares about. Like they need to learn to have a bit more cock in their questions, to have a bit more strength. They could have asked they could have asked Dricus, oh, you say it's about who resides in Africa, but you said the real African. So it ain't just about who resides in Africa. They could have done something like that. They could have, I don't know, they could have asked more interesting questions, but no. And Australians are always like this. In the Eurovision, they never send white people. They always send like a person of color, whether it's all types of persons of color and all types of gays, but never like a normal person. Even though I think the normal people there still outnumber the non-normal people. And now here at this press conference, Izzy and Dricus are the, okay, so maybe superstars is too strong of a word, but Izzy and Dricus are the superstars. But they're like, no, they should. You're not better than anybody else. I don't want Kai France and Steve Versock to feel bad. So I'm gonna ask some boring question so they can answer in a boring way and make this conference super freaking boring. Turn this into a boxing press conference. Absolutely disgusting. So sad. It could have been so much more entertaining if they had reporters who asked questions with a bit more cock in them, with a bit more strength. They could have, I don't know, what's a good question they could have asked? Well, could have asked about Sean Strickland. They could have asked about, are you going to knock out Dricus in the second round? They could have asked Dricus, are you going for a finish or do you think it's going to be a decision like your Sean Strickland fight? They could have asked those types of questions. Like and subscribe.